It's finally that time. New Year's Eve, baby. And you thought I was gonna be out partying. That's later tonight. I'm just kidding. It'll probably be a pretty chill night with the family. I got a few things that I'm working on for the channel. And some more things. I'll have another video coming out this evening and then another tomorrow explaining a little bit more, but new things on the horizon. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So, I figure we had some back and buys today. Get a little crazy, get a little bit diabolical because it's the last damn workout of the year. We gotta go crazy. We gotta go crazy. So, I'm gonna show you guys two things. One, the way that I burn extra calories while I'm in here. The goal is to burn 400 at the minimum. 500 would be insane, and that's kind of what I'm going for. And I'm trying to keep this at about an hour. I'll push to an hour 15 if I need. Other than that, though, we're trying to keep this quick, easy breezy, beautiful. All right, let's go. Let's get started. So I'm going to show you how I burn extra calories, two different ways that I do it, and what I do. And there'll be the little tricks that I've had up my sleeve throughout this entire year that's helped me lose the 40 pounds this year, 40 pounds last year, going from 300 pounds to 195. You know what I mean? And yes, I know that math does not work out because we're talking about a little bit beyond the horizon of just the past 2 years. But in the past 2 years, we've lost about 80 pounds, maybe probably more, because I've put on muscle at the same time. So I'm going to talk about a few things too. Hopefully get some motivation for everybody out there, because we're starting all over, you know? We're turning the page, a new chapter, potentially a new book. Depends how you look at it. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. I'm going to start out with one of the most diabolical supersets. That's the first tip. Supersets. Supersets have been absolutely, by far, one of the best things that has helped me in the weight loss journey this entire time, because it adds intensity to the workout, but it also gets your heart pumping, and you get a cardiovascular benefit from hypertrophy training. So you get the duality, the best of both worlds in one. And it's been one of my secret sauces this entire time. So here we go. One of the craziest ones. We are going barbell, bent over rows, into flipping around, getting under here, body weight curls. I did this once when I was really strapped for time during Chaos Week. That video actually just came out very recently, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, just because it's one hell of a superset. So let's get into it. Ready? Let's go. I only got 25s on the sides right here, mainly because I want to hit volume more than I want to hit weight right now. Minimal rest in between. We'll see how that goes. Height-wise, if we need to raise it up, maybe just one. Oh, okay, here we go. Heart rate already in zone 2. Oh, exactly what we're looking for. Let's go. On to part number 2. The second piece of the puzzle was when I started adding in, steps in between sets. And yeah, we're supersetting, and that's already driving us up. But this isn't where I started. If I was doing a superset, I would take the time to gather myself again prior to hitting it. But if I'm working more of direct hypertrophy, I do this, just a walk in between. Then, I built into actually getting into just a soft jog, something nice and easy. You can hear me talking. It's not like we're going crazy. It's not like I'm getting after it and sprinting my way across here. We're just going for a nice little stroll. And in my 50 minutes, an hour, we were adding in 2,000 steps and about 200 extra calories as opposed to just sitting and gathering myself for the next round, the next set. So in between, I'm going to be hitting that light jog just once, down and back. That's it. And then we're going to be hitting it again. So let's go. I'm going to slap on some 10s right here. Went a little too late, but we'll still rep it out. Looking to hit close to 20. If I could hit 16 to 18, perfect. Now, I'll be honest, I have no idea how this past year was for you. I don't know if it was one of the best years for you. I don't know if it was your worst year ever. I don't know if it was just like every other year and you felt stagnant and stuck again. I don't know, I don't know what this year gave to you. And what I can tell you is that I've been there and I had a little stretch of some pretty rough years, and just losing people close to me and some weird relationship stuff and having to move across the country and back, and just lots of little things that build up, some bigger things. And my whole point here is that whether it was one of your toughest years or whether you felt stuck this year, again, for the first time, whatever it might be, we all have the opportunity now to symbolically turn the page, start on a blank page, and write the story ourselves. So, this past year was one of the best years I've had. And it's because I decided to make a change, and I decided to push myself, and I decided to do new, different things and dedicate myself just a little bit more to something that means something to me, to changing my body, to making myself feel better, to making myself healthier. And I still got work to go. We're not done. We're not even close. So we've made a lot of progress, and it's been one hell of a year. And for all of you who have been through it with me, I'm excited to carry you into the next year. And for everybody who's seeing this for the first time, join me in the next year. There's a lot more to do, and I hope you take this chance to turn that page, to open a new book, whatever it might be, to write that story, to paint the new picture, to begin a new chapter for yourself. This is your chance. I'm serious. I started last year, January 1st. Tomorrow's going to be 1 year. Exactly. And man, a lot happened, and it's cool, and I want you to experience it. So I hope you join me. If you're not ready, I didn't think I was ready, Here I am. All right, let's check in really quick. 15 minutes, 30 seconds, 104 calories. That's damn good. Let's put in some abs here. I figure it's been a little bit since I've done abs. I've been pretty lazy with abs recently. I'm gonna do knee lifts. And hey, if you don't have the upper body strength for that, holding onto the bar, I barely got enough strength to do it now. And it took me like 6-7 months of work to be able to do that. But if you can't, this is one hell of a way to go too. And this is tough in itself, especially when you're up there in the weight. Starting out being near damn 300 pounds, this was a tough one. But being able to start here, build yourself up from the knees to more of a straight leg lift. Once you're able to rep these out, you can exhaust yourself. And then move to knees. Whew. I promise, there's plenty hard. Puts a little less strain on the lower back, and you'll be right as rain. All right, keeping the theme going. Keeping the supersetting alive. I don't know if you can see this right behind me, but we're going to be starting here and then quickly jumping over to there. Now these are single arm rows. What I'm looking to do here is just really stretch myself out, when previously we were kind of just getting volume and a compound movement. Here I'm changing to focusing more on the stretch here, and we're also changing the angle that we're getting the stimulus. So before we were going directly down, now we're going seated, and I'm going to be able to pull into the pocket a lot better, get kind of a little bit lower activation than previously, but we're just changing it up ever so slightly. We're not going straight up and down fighting gravity as much as we are fighting the pull of the cable. So there's a level of redundancy inside of all workouts, but it just depends on, you know, how much we change up what we're doing inside of the workout. That changes how much new stimulus we're actually giving ourselves. 50 pounds is the perfect weight for me currently. That was exactly what I'm looking for. A very hard-earned 10. Could maybe knock out 1-2 more tops. Grip was really starting to go on that one. I said it all year, I need to get straps. Alright, now we move over. Quick pivot. Alright, learned this one from, actually both of these, from Mr. Eric Janicki. Dude's like a mad scientist in the gym. I feel like he's always trying new angles and slight variations to find, you know, what is the best of the best. And that's not to say that, you know, other lifters, other bodybuilders, other influencers don't. But I feel like it's like one of his main things is trying to maximize every single move as much as possible. And he goes out and does it and shows you and like reaps the reward. Dude's massive. Okay. These are leap back, cable curl. I like the rope. I believe he uses the rope. The reason why I like it is because on the way up, you can supinate, bring the wrist out like that, and pull these apart, and that helps flex even harder while you're bringing these in. We'll do 1 or 2 more sets of this, and then we'll call it a day. Let's check in one more time. 44 minutes, 329 calories. 1 more set of exercises. Gonna superset yet again. Gonna go lat pull down into overhead curl. Overhead cable curl. Overhead bicep pull downs. I don't know what they're called. All that I know is that they work and they feel great. Alright, I'm at 125 on this. That's my typical, my usual. Feeling pretty solid. I give it a go real quick. Let's go. Whew. Alright. And then usually I drop it down to about 80 for these guys. Me personally, for setup on this, I go basically exactly where my arms are. Just like if I was to put them straight down at the sides and then lift up, that's where I grab. Boom, right there. And it's worked out for me. You know what? I haven't actually messed with grip too much. Let me try a little wider than normal. See what happens. See how it feels. You never know. You never know until you try. Let's go. So far, not my favorite. But still getting the job done. Whenever I'm doing those, I always really got to think about I am curling. It's just above me. And I think about that feeling. Because it's not a pull down. We're not just pulling it down in front of us. You're curling it into yourself. And I have to constantly think about that. Otherwise, I end up making this a reverse grip lat pull down, which is a move that will work your lats. But we really want to focus in on the biceps, you know. Whew. All right, let's hit another lap. Let's go. Probably the last round here, because we're feeling it pretty dang good. I'm going to drop it down just to 115 instead of 125. See if we can get out another rep or two. Hopefully finish this off extra strong. Feeling very good. And so you can see here again, switching where we're getting the stimulus from. Now it's pulling us up as opposed to out, or previously down. And we're getting the stretch going again. But we are also really getting good focus in on the squeeze on this one as well, when previously I was really focusing on the stretch more than anything on the cable row. And then there again, we're kind of focusing on squeeze because we're focusing on getting up there and nice and tight. So this allows us to stretch, but the focus is on the squeeze for sure. Sheesh. Alright, in the curl. Back to 80. I'm going to go 85 this time. Just an extra 5 pounds. Because 80 felt pretty manageable. This time I'm going to go with my usual grip. I feel like it makes me supinate harder, which makes the flex that much better. Oh, yeah. All right, we're all done. And again, guys, Happy New Year. I'm happy you guys made it along the way. For those of you guys who have been with me this entire year, shit, you guys are awesome. Anybody who's joined along the way, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've been grinding it out with me. And if not, this is your chance. I was gonna announce it. I'm going to regardless in my next video. It's gonna be a short, but I'm gonna do another 100-day challenge. We're gonna do it. Another one. We started it out this year with a 100-day challenge. Dropped 28 pounds, and we made some killer progress. I'll try and find the pictures and toss them up real quick. But we're gonna do it again. And we're not looking to lose any muscle. We're looking to keep all of this and gain a little bit more along the way. So I'm excited, guys. Let's get after it. And hopefully you join me for this 100-day challenge, because I'm just gonna if you made it this far, you've heard this much before anybody else. But to hear the whole spiel, what exactly is gonna go on, check out the short. And I'll see you if I see you, if you know what I mean. You'll understand when you see it. But Happy New Year. Thanks for joining me. Let's get after it. I'm telling you, all it takes is the commitment, the dedication, the action, the literal step. You got to take that step. You got to take the jump. You have to. You have to. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You've got this. All right. Oh, man, it flew by, huh? Like it always does. Oh, shit. Oh, here we go again. I look better, feel better, be better. Happy New Year, guys.